the Kentucky Derby. They're coming to the line, and the dream comes true. Always Dreaming has won the Kentucky Derby.
You better pinch yourself because this is indeed real life. Always Dreaming is your winner of the 143rd Kentucky Derby. That's why you always got to listen to your mama when she says follow your dreams. Always Dreaming had 9-2 odds to win the Derby entering the race, but you better believe it now. The Kentucky Derby, home to the most outlandish yet fashionable outfits a man and woman can dream of. I was this close to wearing a bow tie on set, but I know I wouldn't look like this guy. Big Papi, Tom Brady, none of those guys. If we're being honest, I'm rocking, what is this? Yeah, Joseph A. Banks, so I don't think the Kentucky Derby is quite in my pay grade. I would take a mint julep, though. Now, that I can't afford. As for all of our high school baseball teams, they just want a W and to stay alive in the playoffs. Bel Air and Jefferson in a decisive Game 3, so who would win and advance to the next round? It was actually a close battle from start to finish, but the Highlanders made more plays when it was needed. Contact right over the second baseman and all the way in the gap. This solid hit brought in 2 big runs to put Bel Air on top. So the next inning, nearly the exact same result, but this time to left center. Jefferson cannot handle the ball in the outfield, and the base coaches reeling them on in. Come home, boys. 2 more runs, and Bel Air wins 7-6, and they advance to the next round. Game 2 between Hanks and Bowie. The Knights must win to force a Game 3. Third inning, this looks like the opposite. The Bears with a shot to right field. Bowie going to add a run on to the board. Then the Bears, they just kept rolling. A liner to left field. No one's getting to that in the next 15-20 seconds because 2 runs would come in to score easily, but somehow the Bears would still lose 4-3, play a winner-take-all Game 3, and in that game, Hanks came back and won 10-7 to advance to the next round, eliminating Bowie from the postseason. So let's get to the rest of the playoff scores. We have quite a few games to get through, so bear with me. Parkland topped Andress in their second game 4-0, and they advance to the area round and will face the winner of the Amarillo-Monterey matchup. While the Eastlake Falcons are your bi-district champs after shutting out Chapin. Over to 6A. The America's Trailblazers are eliminated. They fall 6-1 to Friendship, as well as El Dorado, who lost to Midland 5-zip as their season comes to a close. And finally, the Montwood Rams are headed to the next round. They sweep the series against Odessa. They win Game 2 9-1 easily. And a quick side note, Socorro beat Midland Lee 8-3. They also win that series 2-1. So those are all your Texas teams remaining in the hunt for a state title. Now it's time for the New Mexico squads. And don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger, but it was a rough day in the diamond for most of them. The 16th seed Oñate Knights just didn't have enough in the tank as they were swept in the series by La Cueva after losing 10-zip. But Centennial, they are still alive after they beat Clovis 6-1, and they advance to the next round. 2 more teams in 5A, and unfortunately, 2 more losses. The Las Cruces Bulldogs swept by Volcano Vista. They fall 13-2. In Mayfield, they were so close. The 15th seed almost eliminated the top seed, but they lost against Cleveland in a high-scoring ball game, 15-14, although they did force a Game 3 in that series. So we have some good news and some not so exciting news. The good, we have all the softball scores coming for you. The bad, we have to look at more of these graphics and keep listening to me talk. It's almost over, though, I promise. Both the Eastlake Falcons and Chapin Huskies beat their opponents in the area round yesterday, and they will face each other next weekend right here in the borderland for the regional quarterfinal. But on the other end, both Del Valle and Parkland lost in a big way. They are now eliminated from the postseason, although in 6A, the one team remaining still is. Coronado won in a do-or-die Game 3 over Mansfield, 16-11, and they are headed to the third round. How about some minor league ball? Chihuahuas on the road taking on Nashville. Not the best road record, but the Dogs get on the board first with Rafael Ortega's double to right field, and just like that, the Chihuahuas up 2-0. So top fourth, Chihuahuas another chance to do some damage, but Kenny Wilson back to the warning track, and he makes the grab, saving some extra bases. So then Nashville, bottom 5, Matt Chapman soars this deep right field right to the fans. Nashville goes on to win 7-3, and the Dogs are now 13-17 on the young season. We're all competitive people, so when we're playing a sport and losing, we know it kind of sucks. I've been there many times. I would know. But imagine if you were the Utah Jazz and hadn't led once, not one single time against the Golden State Warriors in the entire series. That's when I just resort to my classic saying, "You guys are such cheaters." It never works out for me. Game 3, Jazz at home looking for their first lead and first series win. Third corner, they finally had the lead, but it would be short-lived because Steph Curry in space, just so good at this, hits his first three-pointer of the game to cut it to 1. Curry finished with 23. So middle fourth quarter, Jazz trying to keep it close. Joe Ingles wide open. Give him 3 in the tie, but the Warriors, mainly just Kevin Durant, it's not fair. Look, he's cheating. He's cheating. He dropped 38 points and 13 boards as he gets it to fall. Yeah, there's no cheating. They're just that good. Warriors take commanding 3-0 series lead as they win on the road 102-91. In the Conference USA, softball defending champs in Florida Atlantic visiting the UTEP Miners. Our team looking for an upset. Third inning, Miners won't be happy about this. With the runner on third, Alex Miller, the grounder to short. She's out at first, but the throw home. She is safe, and UTEP cannot turn the double play, and that would cost him because same inning, Mia Olsen crushes this to deep left. That ball is so far gone, no one even knows where it went. Owls would be up 5-0. They would go on to win this game 7-4 in their second game of the doubleheader. The Miners would also lose 11-8. On to an event that I don't think I'm even tough enough to watch. It just looks like it hurts a lot. I thought Jin Han hit me hard, but imagine these two men. Two of Mexico's biggest names going at each other in the ring. Canelo Alvarez and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It sure didn't look pleasant in the ring, not for Chavez Jr. that is. Canelo dominated from start to finish, landing plenty more punches and haymakers, and Canelo won easily. All 3 scorecards read 120-108. It was an incredible fight, mainly just for Canelo, not Chavez Jr. And we actually have some exciting news. The fans, we are getting what we wanted. Canelo announced after the fight he will be taking on Gennady Golovkin, Triple G, this upcoming September. So that will decide, I should say, who is the best boxer in this era. But for now, that was a look at sports. We'll be right back after this break. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.